talk to you in a bit. So, asking about Taysom, how have you seen him kind of take command of the offense in practice over the last 2 weeks?
I think he's done a really good job, kind of stepping up into that role. I think we've seen more confidence in him in his just getting the play out in the huddle and taking command of the entire offense. I think he's done a really good job so far.
Ryan, I didn't follow too closely. I know Miami made a quarterback change in the middle of the game against Denver last week, and I think one of the explanations was that Denver's defense is so unique. What is it about Denver's defense that might be a little different than some defenses you guys will see from week to week?
Honestly, I don't think that it's anything crazy unique. I think we've done a really good job preparing for him this week, and I wouldn't say that there's anything substantial or too crazy that we're not going to be able to handle. I think, like I said, we've done a good job preparing for the multiple looks that we think we're going to get. So, I think we're well prepared.
Amy, Jeff?
Back to Taysom, is there anything that he does that's noticeably different that you had to maybe get adjusted to?
Anything noticeably different? Not really. Obviously there's a different flow, a different tempo a little bit. When Drew is in, obviously he's been doing this for so long that everything smoothly and not that it isn't now, but it's just a little bit different tempo, a little bit different pace. But like I said, I think he's done a great job.
Anything else for Ryan? Amos Morale?
Yeah, obviously you guys' defensive line has been playing well, and I was just wondering what you noticed from those guys in practice, and if you've seen that, obviously they're playing well on Sundays, but are you noticing that their energy and intensity in practice?
Yeah, I think our D-line is really well coached. I think all those guys give great effort in practice, and then obviously it shows up in the game. I've kind of realized that coming in here and practicing against those guys, in camp is one of our greatest tests as an O-line because we have a really good front, and they do a great job week in and week out.
Mike Triplett? I know you won't see Bradley Chubb all the time, but what's the scouting report on what kind of player he's developed into?
He's a really good player. Athletic. He's able to bend the edge. He's also able to put a lot of speed to power into his rushes. So it's a big challenge. Like I said, or like you said, I won't see him a ton, maybe a little bit, but he's a really talented rusher.
Last question from Amy Jeff.
Yeah, not sure how much you interact with him, but Quan Alexander, his energy is very noticeable even from the press box. So I guess how much does that add, or do y'all pick up on his energy even on offense, if at all?
Yeah, I've definitely seen him out there. Little bit more of a vocal player, and obviously, like you said, you can see him. But he's, we obviously feed off that when the defense is all fired up. It gets us excited too. So anything they can do to, feed off energy from each other, offense, defense, that's always big.
All right. I think we're all set, Ryan. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Sean, considering Denver's COVID-19 situation, I know it doesn't change you guys' preparation, but does it, I guess, concern you, or is it kind of one of those things that you expected to come this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the 2020 season, and after a while, you really focus on the things that you can control, and we're trained that way. I think the teams are trained that way. The players, certainly the coaches, and you know that's obviously, you know, this won't be the first time, and we just, you know, we go full speed ahead.
Hey, Sean, the other day you mentioned how Quan Alexander has sort of fit in and said it feels like he's been here 8 weeks. Is that rare for a player to fit in that quickly?
I think it all depends on the player. You know, he's sharp, he's picked things up, he's playing a position he's familiar with, and then there's a personality element. He's a confident player. There's a lot of leadership you get, and he loves football. And I said this the other day on the conference call. I think that generally travels well to any team, and certainly he's familiar with the Saints. He's played at LSU and from Alabama.
Sean, did you guys have to simplify anything for him at first, or did he just hit it and go kind of from that first game?
No, the first game we had a package. You know, again, he had a week, and so, you know, we began to give him the package he was in, the nickel package, and gradually just look at the reps and look at the defenses that we're playing.
Coach, I feel like we ask you about David Onyemata almost weekly now, but he just keeps performing. 2 sacks last week. How important has his production in the middle been to that whole defensive front?
Yeah, look, it's been very important. When your front's playing well and you're counting on big guys, not just the ends, but you're counting on your inside guys, you know, he gives us good push up front, and very athletic. He loves playing. I can't say enough good things about just him as a player and a teammate.
Speaking of the middle, y'all designated Sheldon Rankins for return this week. What did you see from him in practice?
He's doing well. We just finished meeting. We're going to meet some more and come up with our plan. But he's doing well. It's good to have him out there working.
Coach, how big a challenge is 3 road games based on the current COVID situation? And have you thought about, for lack of a better term, going into getting more with the team as you get near the stretch run?
I think I kind of feel like the road environment, knowing that every hotel we're in is just our team. And so the road environment is more of a hard bubble than the soft bubble you have when you're at home. So I understand the question, but I kind of feel like when we're on the road, we're in a much different environment than if we would be at home. So I think we're planning on approaching it the same way. There are new protocols this week that the league announced, and they'll impact every team, and I'm sure they won't be the last. There'll be some more. So we'll just pay attention and quickly adjust. All right, thank you guys.
Coach Payton said the other day that it felt like you've been here for 8 weeks and said that was a good thing. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, man. I came in, you know, everybody welcomed me all arms. My coach has been helping me well, you know, to get adjusted with the playbook and everything like that. So everything been going legendary.
Everybody has kind of, the first thing that comes to mind with you is your energy. How important is that for you?
It's very important. It's just me every day, just how I come to work. You know, and I wake up, you know, blessed every day to come to work. So I just get up and get to it and try to bring everybody with me. You know, when I came here, everybody already had their own energy. So I'm just here to boost it up.
Rob Walker?
Hey, Quan, were there any players in particular that you sort of gravitated to and just kind of made you fit in with this team right away?
Just gravitate to. I just fit in, just how everybody been playing. You know, they got all dogs here, you know, ready to eat, ready to go play and have fun. You know, I just fit in right well with them.
Nick Underhill?
Just what's the process been like with Coach Mike Hodges, and how much has he helped you just pick things up, you know, really, really quickly?
The process has been legendary, man. He's been helping me a lot. I've been getting here early trying to learn it all. You know, he's been breaking it down, having it just right so I can understand it. I appreciate him.
What are some of the things that you notice that he does that kind of makes him effective teaching, you know, some of that stuff?
Effective teaching. He just know how to coach it well, know how to put it in ways for you to learn it. You know, even if it's out there on the walk, if you got to walk through it, or him coaching you, he just know how to coach his players well.
And just how much of a difference was it for you from your first game to the second, just as far as, you know, how much it was surprising you were able to play as much the first week and play well, but like, were you more comfortable the second week?
Oh yeah, I was comfortable both weeks. You know, it's basically kind of, you know, the same thing. I've been in the league for 6 years now, so I'm able to adjust real quickly. It's been kind of easy for me, so I'm just ready to get out there and play even more.
Amy Just?
Yeah, follow up on that. How much, I guess, more comfortable do you feel that you'll get as we continue down the season?
I get more comfortable every day. You know, once I'm out there just going through it and, you know, practicing it with the team, you know, I'm get very comfortable with it.
Amos Morale?
Yeah, kind of following up on Amy's question, I guess, what areas of the defense do you still feel like you need to pick up?
Like I said earlier, everything's been kind of the same, just with defense I done played with already with coordinators. Everybody kind of running the same thing, just different terminology. All I have to do is just learn that, and then that was it.
Nick Underhill?
How well do you feel like you feel with Mario, and you feel like you guys are a pretty dynamic duo, just with how much range you have and all that stuff?
Yeah, man, it's fun out there playing with Mario, man. He's so smart, you know what I'm saying? He very athletic, you know. Just being next to him, just a lot of knowledge right next to me, and with us working together, man, we can be the best.
The last question for Amy Just.
Yeah, follow up on that. How, I guess, specifically do the both of you bring out the best in each other?
We bring out the best in each other every day, even in the film room, working at practice. You know, even when we ain't on the field, we doing extra stuff. So we try to get better every day, every second while we out there. You know, we ain't wasting no time.
All right, I think we're all set, Quan. I appreciate your time.
All right, have a legendary day.
Haven't talked to you in a while, so what has it been like for you as the center working with Taysom compared to Drew?
I mean, of course, there's a little bit of a difference, but, Taysom, he's been molded by Drew. He's been here the last couple of years under Drew. So the cadence is similar, his hand placement is similar. And it's not a huge difference for me.
How beneficial is that for you?
It's really nice. I'm big on things staying constant. So just kind of having somebody that's been molded in the same way has been really good for the offensive line and really good for our communication as well.
Amos Morrell.
Sorry, I was muted. Wanted to ask you about David Onyemata. Obviously, he's having a lot of production, but seeing him in practice, and I know you probably go against him sometimes. Just what have you seen from him, and does it surprise you at all that he's having the season he's having?
Not one lick. I mean, David's a beast. Going against him in fall camp especially, I learned how strong he really was, and just how explosive he is off the ball. He's a problem. He's a mismatch, and that's against any guard, any center in the league.
Nick Underhill.
The camp placement aspect of that chemistry building, I know you said it's the same, but when it is different, what's that process like? And how's it change how you do your job as you get adjusted to somebody that might do it a little bit different?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about communication between me and him. Like the first couple of days when he was under center, only thing that we really had a problem with was just getting his hands a little bit underneath, and we communicated it back and forth, and me getting the ball up a little bit farther. But just making little on-the-fly adjustments like that has been the main thing, and communicating it back and forth.
Rod Walker.
Hey, Eric, you talked about how strong Onyemata is. Are there some other guys in the league that you could compare him to as far as just his strength and that he's able to do it?
Let me think for a second. Honestly, not that I can think of. David has a really rare blend of size, speed, and power, and just explosiveness, quick twitchness coming out of his hips that a lot of guys don't have. I can't even think of anybody right now, but.
Amy Jeff.
Yeah, other side of the ball, obviously, but Quan Alexander has been with the team for just a short amount of time, but Sean said Coach Payton said it felt like 8 weeks, just with how he's, meshing with the team and being the energy guy. Do you see that too? Yes, 100%. I mean, when he's out there on the field, he's got handshakes with everybody after every big play, dapping it up, dancing, doing the whole thing. So he came in and he meshed, and he was a fit right away, which was really good to see for our defense.
Nick Underhill.
Just one more on Onyemata. Is the difference between him off the field and on the field as striking to you guys as it is to us? Like, he's the most quiet and reserved person. Like, you can barely even hear him in an interview, and then, like, it just looks like he plays so mean.
Oh, yeah, he talks that talk. He talks the talk and walks the walk on the field. Then you get off the field, he's one of the nicest guys on the team. Hey, I guess some people just have that switch.
Anything else for Eric?
Prediction for this weekend, LSU A&M?
I'm going to say A&M 50, LSU 7. Holler at y'all.
Thanks, Eric.